As far as the first chapter of Group 2 is concerned, the official syllabus says that growth and development is your first chapter, and the subtopics of this growth and development is concepts of growth and development, the relationship between growth and development. That's it. Nothing more is given as part of the actual syllabus of the Group 2 Indian economy is concerned. Then how do I understand that? In order to get the 10 to 12 marks in this particular first chapter, because out of 50 marks of 4 chapters, each chapter will be given 10 to 12 marks weightage and an average, because if I can observe the previous 2016 Group 2, so that is how the questions have been given. We are also going to discuss about the previous year questions analysis, how the questions have been asked, and in-depth analysis of the previous year question gives us the actual preparation style and actual preparation strategy to get 50 out of 50 marks in the Indian economy. Okay. Now, as far as this particular chapter is concerned, if I can go through with the subtopics, these are the only subtopics which have been given. Now, my question is it enough to go through with the 10 to 12 marks just by going through with the concepts of growth and development, the relationship between growth and development? No. It would be very difficult to get 10 to 12 marks just by going through with these two subtopics. That is the reason why I have to go through with the complete subtopics of growth and development as far as the first chapter is concerned. Now, if I can analyze the first chapter of the growth and development is concerned, now as part of the growth and development, we are going to discuss about around 20 subtopics. We are going to discuss about around 20 subtopics as far as the growth and development is concerned. For example, as part of the growth and development is concerned, our first subtopic would be concept of growth or fundamentals of growth. This is our first subtopic, fundamentals of growth. As part of this particular subtopic is concerned, we are going to discuss about what is growth, why growth is important, why growth has to be studied. Okay, all these things we would go through. And the concept of the development also we would discuss, because there is a concept called growth and development. Most of the people would think that both are one and the same. That is the reason why, in order to differentiate what is growth and what is development, we would also go through with the concept and fundamentals of economic development. The concept and fundamentals of economic development. This is our second subtopic. We would discuss how the growth and economic development are different concepts, why we should go through with the differential clarification about the growth as well as the economic development. Now, our third subtopic is, we would be focusing on growth, then we would be focusing on development after concept of the growth is concerned. Now, the third subtopic is definition of the growth, definition of the growth, of economic growth, not just growth. We will define what is economic growth and what are the characteristics of economic growth. Now, our fourth subtopic is the characteristics of economic growth is our fourth subtopic. Then our fifth subtopic is what are the drivers of the growth, which means how a particular country can achieve the growth, because during the pandemic time, Indian economic growth has been fallen to the minus levels, which is said to be minus 7.3% of the real economic growth rate. Now, what could have happened to the Indian economy in order to go through with the minus levels? And sometimes in this particular financial year of 2021-22, India could achieve 8 to 8.5% of the growth rate, which has been estimated by the CSO. Then what are the factors that can lead to the achieving this 8 to 8.5% of the growth rate? There are some issues, there are some factors which are universal in nature, which are always helpful to get the highest growth in a particular economy. That is the reason why there are some drivers of growth. Drivers of growth. We would go through the complete discussion on drivers of growth. Now, there are some obstacles to the growth, and I can also call it as there are some limitations of growth. Limitations of growth. We will be having a complete discussion on what are the factors that lead to the decrease in the economic growth in the economy. Okay, then our seventh subtopic as part of the growth is concerned, measurement of the growth. Measurement of the growth. In a final sentence, in any way, once we achieve the growth, a particular economy has to measure the growth. Then how do we actually measure the growth? What are the tools that are existing to measure the economic growth, such as national income, GDP, GNP, NNP? How exactly we can use these national income concepts to ensure the measurement of the growth is concerned? Then we will also go through with the factors of growth. Factors of economic growth. There are economic factors to ensure the growth. There are non-economic factors to ensure the growth. We will also go through with the factors of economic growth. Then the next concept is definition of the development, which is most important. Definition of development. After discussion about the complete concept of economic growth, then we will shift to the definition of economic development. As I told you earlier, the economic growth and economic development both are different concepts, and both have to be defined in a different manner. Because of this reason why economic development is defined in a different way. Then as part of the economic development is concerned, we will go through with what is institutional change, because economic development requires you to go through with the institutional change. Then our next subtopic is structural change. What is structural change? Then our next subtopic is what is sociological change? Sociological change. Then our next subtopic is what is the technological advancement? What is technological advancement? Then as part of the 14th subtopic is concerned, we will go through with the definition of the development. Definition of development. Definition of development by United Nations Organization. Okay, definition of the development by United Nations Organization. Once we define the definition of the United Nations Organization about the development, then we would be getting the clear-cut position about the definition of the economic development. Then, as far as the development is concerned, we will also go through with the factors of economic development. Factors of economic development. There are economic factors as well as the non-economic factors to achieve the economic development. Then as a 16th topic, we will go through with the difference between economic growth and economic development, which is most important topic, because as part of your the first chapter syllabus is concerned, which has been specifically mentioned in your syllabus, that the relationship between economic growth and economic development, which is most important in nature, because most of the questions from the economic growth and economic development would come from this particular subtopic is concerned. Now 17th subtopic would be, once we discuss about the difference between economic growth and economic development, then we will go through with the growth theories. Growth theories, which is also another most important topic as part of the economic growth and economic development, because there are some balanced economic growth theories, unbalanced economic growth theories. and there are some economists such as Ragnar Marx, Rostow, Schumpeter. Okay, so these are the economists and Hunter. These are the economists who have differentiated the economic growth, differentiated the strategies of the economy. We will go through with the balanced economic growth theories and also unbalanced economic growth theories as part of the growth theories are concerned. Then as part of the 18th subtopic is concerned, we will also go through with the growth trends of India. As part of the growth trends of India is concerned, from 1947 to 2022. From 1947 to 2022, we would be studying about what was the growth rate of India at the time of 1947, at the time of first 5-year plan, in 80s, in 90s, in 2000s, and in also 2021-22 is concerned. We would also study about the negative growth rates of India in the entire history of Indian economy. We would also study about the highest growth rates of India in the entire history of India. We would also go through with the significant issues related with the economic growth patterns of Indian economy. And along with this particular 18th subtopic, as part of the 19th subtopic is concerned, we will also go through with the economic survey 2021-22 and its growth patterns. Okay, so we have a separate chapter called chapter number 2 in our economic survey, which explains about what is the growth rate of India at constant prices, at current prices, what are the growth rates of various sectors of the economy such as agriculture, industrial sector and service sector at constant price as well as the current price. All these things we will be analyzing by looking after the economic survey chapter 2 of 2021-22. Then the last subtopic is we will study about the development indexes. Development indexes means to measure the economic development of a particular economy, we use PQLI, that is Physical Quality Life Index, then HDI, Human Development Index, Gender Development Index, Gender Inequality Index, Transparency Index, Ease of Doing Business Index, Social Development Index. Like that, there are most important developmental indexes which are which will be asked in your exam. So those kind of the developmental indexes will be studied as part of the indexes are concerned. Okay, so this is how the economic growth and economic development will be studied as part of your first chapter is concerned. Once a particular student is expertised in all these subtopics of economic growth and economic development is concerned, then you will be getting 10 to 12 marks from this particular chapter and you will be answering all the 10 to 12 marks from this particular chapter, because along with the conceptual clarity of the static portion of the economic growth and economic development, we are also studying about the dynamic portion of the economic growth and economic development. Besides all these things, we will also studying about the daily current events which will be included as part of your daily classroom session is concerned. That is how you will not be missing the conceptual clarity, you will not be missing the current position of growth and development from the Indian economy, and you will not be missing the daily updates regarding the Indian economy from the newspapers. That is how our preparation strategy, our discussion strategy is a threefold method. One is conceptual clarity, the second one is the dynamic portion from the economic survey as well as the authoritative government reports. The third strategy is reading something from the newspaper and applying those concepts to your conceptual and also the fundamentals of a particular chapter. Okay, so this is how, by looking after the single line syllabus of the Indian economy of first chapter, it would be very much important to go through with the all the subtopics of economic growth and economic development. Okay, now in the next class we will be going through with the classification of the subtopics of the second chapter, which is another most important chapter called national income.